Welcome to the TIES programs in Integrative Learning and Montessori Integrative Learning. I'm always asked about the history of the program, and until recently I've given a staple response. But I had some insight in the last few days that really the seeds were planted in my own sixth year experience in school. We had a teacher that began the day reading the newspaper, and by the end of the day we covered all the so-called subjects without any lines between them. I didn't realize it then, but the name for that was integrative learning. Subsequently, I had a career in industrial engineering, and then at about age 32 had an epiphany that the problems in the world would not be solved by engineering per se, and that the way to get things perceived in a different pattern so that we would be living on a healthy planet would be to change the way that education was given. My own children were in Montessori schools, so I was prompted to explore that as a career and went for a year to Bergamo, Italy to learn about the Montessori method. Became a Montessori teacher, and during the 70s and 80s was heavily involved in a deep exploration of a different worldview, a holistic worldview. That led to me creating an organization called the Global Alliance for Transforming Education, which was composed of 50 different holistic education organizations. And we created a document called Education 2000. Those principles were talked about by me in many venues around the world, and people kept saying, how can we learn how to do this in reality? And that was the seed for this program. We made a proposal to Endicott College, they accepted it, and here we are with you and ready to explore the same things that we've been exploring all these years. So in 1996 we launched the program. Marcia Snow Morgan, who was my partner by then, was in the first group, LC1. We had previously collaborated in teacher training events in 1990 and 92 in Oslo, Norway, and Vancouver, Canada. Her own input after going through the course herself came to the fore, and we reorganized and sequenced the course in 2000. And basically the redesign that we completed in 2000 is the same format that you will be studying over the next 18 months. The program itself rests on the shoulders of great giants in the fields of thinking and education: Thomas Berry, Fritjof Capra, Maria Montessori, and Brian Swim. They'll become household words for you. And not visible, but underneath it all is the work of Gregory Bateson, one of the really great geniuses of the 20th century. The pace of the program is in your hands. You need to find your own rhythm, your own time. For me, I blocked weekends when I did my graduate studies and had a family. You may find nights, mornings, whatever works for you, but you do need to block a time where you don't have family or other responsibilities. Our program has reached out to more than 400 graduates and students from 42 countries, each of them following their passion as they move into their studies and into their lives after graduation. I mean, we don't have a list of accomplishments, but the deepest accomplishment we have is the knowledge that perhaps they are going forward and exploring important questions, questions that are worth living. That was Marcia and my own objective when we were talking in deep dialogue, to find the right questions to live in. And so I'll leave you with a question. that you might explore during your studies? In what ways might you as a group create a learning community that emulates right action and love?